Hello, doctor. We're back with another one of our Dental Insiders quick wins. This is everything you want to know about attracting those high quality new patients that you and your practice deserve and creating the dental practice that you've always wanted. We know you're busy. We keep it to 3 to 5 minutes and we just give you the best of the best and then actionable steps that you can apply right away. Without further ado, today we're going to be talking about how to use online advertising to beat the competition. You may have heard of Google AdWords, PPC, Facebook ads. We're going to be talking about all that. This is something that corporates and DSOs have learned to do very well, and you can take a page from their playbook and use it to really compete. So let's face it, the dental field is only getting more and more competitive, especially as these bigger players start to move in. They have a lot more resources. They might have business folks with MBAs running their marketing, and so if you want to compete, you definitely can. But you do need to learn a little bit of the tricks that they're using. So you need to think differently about your online marketing. First thing you want to talk about before you dive in. A lot of folks say, PPC doesn't work. I tried it. I wasted a lot of money. They're right. It doesn't work if you don't have the foundation in place. And so the way to avoid wasting the time and money is to get your foundation in place. I'm talking about being a patient-friendly practice so that if someone calls your office, more often than not, they're going to come in and they're going to be a patient. So knowing what folks want. Second thing is your website. You want to make sure your website is differentiated, meaning it shows people how you're different in a way that's valuable to them. You want to make sure it's patient-centric, answers their questions. Reviews and reputation management. If I were to Google you right now in your practice, would it have a 5-star rating or a 4-star? Or a 2-star, or maybe a no star if you don't have at least 5 reviews. So you want to make sure you have your website, your reviews, and then you also want to make sure you have your phone systems in place. So do you listen to your calls? There's a statistic that 50% of calls go unanswered, and what we found with our clients is that it's absolutely true. And no matter how much they tell us that they answer 90 to 95% of calls, even the best practices, if they're not actually listening to those calls and tracking it, it's very hard for them to actually do it. So once your foundation is in place, then you can start spending money, because those leads that you're spending money on, they're going to be able to become new customers more likely than not. If you don't have a great website, if you're missing half of your calls, and if you don't have a lot of reviews, people are going to click it, they're going to look at you, and they're going to click away, and that's going to waste your money. So when you're ready to start, you want to start smart. So you want to target your ads geographically, and you also wanted to monitor your keywords. So there's very specific things. If you have a dentist and then your geographic area, that's a very obvious one. Probably a lot of folks are bidding on that. When we say bidding, it's the amount of money that you pay for this click. And the way Google works is if you're able to do it effectively, you can actually get clicks cheaper. But if you don't do it effectively, if you don't know the rules, if you mess up, you can get penalized for it, and it can be more expensive. So one of the things that you want to look at when you start moving into online ads, PPCs, is it does make sense to at least explore getting professional help. It typically takes at least 2 years for someone to really be proficient at this. Some of the best folks have 5 to 10 years of experience. So if you are ready, and you have that foundation in place, our recommendation would be to just explore who would be a good partner for you in that endeavor. What are some action steps? First thing you want to look at is analyzing your website, your online presence, your reputation. Is your website strong and patient focused? Do you have a lot of 5-star reviews? If someone finds you, are they likely to become your patient? Are the phone calls that you're getting being converted into new patients? And if all of that is in place, then you might be ready to start doing some online advertising. And really, even if you end up going in on your own, I wouldn't recommend, after so many years of dental school, that you by yourself learn how to run a PPC ad campaign. But even if you were to, we would still recommend at least talking to a professional about it and just getting an understanding of what it takes before you jump in, because it's a way to really pour some gasoline on the fire. You can turbocharge your success. We've had dentists get 14 more new patients per month in just a couple months, just from this 35% increases in 3 months, but it's because they had that foundation in place. And so that's what we'd recommend. So we appreciate you listening. Because you're part of our dental tribe, we want to offer you our #1 best-selling book on Amazon. It's been the top seller and in the top ranked with the reviews, which we were talking about earlier, in the dental marketing category for over a year now. And we're going to give it to you completely free. You can save $20 off the Amazon price, and if you just go to firegang.com/dental-book, we'll send it to you. And obviously we can only go into so much detail in 3 to 5 minutes. The book has everything else. It'll walk you through step by step, even talking about how to get started with paid ads with PPC. And it's a great foundation. Again, firegang.com/dental-book. I hope you enjoy, and I hope it brings you many new patients.